Hey again, I'm Rahena, and we are continuing our Let's Play of Gakuen Heaven 2. We are going to be on the world's longest date with Joker, so let's just jump right in. Congratulations!
お客様は当店の10万人目の来店者です。
You're the 100,000th customer of this cafe.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
記念すべきお客様には当店の全メニュー食べ放題チケットをペアで差し上げます。
So as the customer who should be commemorated, we're giving you a pair of all-you-can-eat tickets to all the dishes at this cafe. Wow, that's a perfect prize for Yuki, right?
やったー。
Alright.
よかったね、ゆきくん。
Well, that's good, isn't it?
ラッキー。何食べよっかな。
I'm so lucky. I wonder what I should eat.
どれを食べてもただってなんて幸せなんだ。
I'm so happy I can eat any of these for free.
あれもいいな。あ、これもスペシャルトロピカルパフェ。美味しそう。
This looks good and that looks good and oh, this special tropical parfait looks so good.
あ、こうなったら食事を選びたくなるよな。ステーキにビーフシチュー。
Oh, but I should choose one of the meals, like steak or beef stew.
どれもすごく美味しそうで目移りしちゃうよ。ああ、迷うな。
They all look so delicious I can't choose.
だったら全部頼んじゃったら。
So why don't you ask for them all?
そんなの無理ですって。俺ってすぐにお腹が空きますけど、大食いなわけじゃないですから。
That would be impossible. I get hungry fast, but I'm not a big eater. Really? That's kind of odd. I always thought he was, but I guess not. I guess his issue is he eats and then 5 minutes later he's hungry again.
そうなんだ。
ジョーカーさんは何にしますか？ペアチケットだからジョーカーさんもタダですよ。
So what are you going to have? It's a pair of tickets, so yours will be free too.
僕は何でもいいや。
Well, I'm fine with anything.
どれを食べても感想は多分同じだし。
No matter what I eat, my impression will probably be the same.
僕ってエイジが作った料理しか美味しいと思わないからさ。
I don't think anything but Eiji's cooking is delicious.
あ、そういえば。
Oh, that's right. Joker is taste deaf, and that's why Sonoda has to do his cooking to match his tastes.
僕がこの学園に入って間もない頃、エイジが美味しいっていう店に一緒に行ったことがあるんだけどさ。
This is a cute little story. Right after I came to the school, I went with Eiji to a restaurant that he said was delicious.
素直にまずいって言ったらすっごくキレられたんだよな。
And when I honestly said it was bad, he got really pissed off.
誘っておいてひどいと思わないかい？率直な感想を言っただけなのにさ。
Well, don't you think that's cruel after he was the one who invited me? All I did was give him my honest opinion. But if it was Sonoda's choice, I bet it was really delicious. If he called it bad, maybe I can sympathize with Sonoda's feelings there.
ジョーカーさんってあんまり外食しないんですか？
You don't eat out very much, do you?
そうだね。
That's right.
味と感想を気にしないなら食べるけど。
Well, I mean, I can eat it if I don't pay attention to how it tastes.
じゃあなんでそんなに嬉しそうにしてるんですか？
Then why are you so happy right
食べるのが
now?
楽しみなわけじゃないのに。
If eating's not fun for you.
そんなの理由は一つだよ。
There's just one reason.
君が目の前にいるからに決まってるじゃないか。
It's because you're right here in front of me.
俺？
Me?
君を見ていると飽きないし退屈しないからね。
I never get tired of watching you, and I'm not bored.
さっきだって
And just
目の
before,
前で君の運の良さを見せてくれただろ。
you showed me your good luck.
いや、さっきのはたまたまで。
Well, that sort of thing happens every once in a while.
10万分の1って確率をたまたま引き当てちゃうのは君の強運がなせる技だと思うけどな。
That you hit the sort of probability every once in a while of being something like 1 in 100,000. That's some sort of trick caused by your good luck.
ほんと君って観察しがいがあるよ。こんなにも僕を楽しませてくれるんだから。
It really is worth observing you, and this is entertaining for me. So yeah, you showed him your good luck in action. It happened, and That's why he's happy. It doesn't matter that he can't eat any of the food that's here or doesn't want to, because the fun part is seeing what's going to happen next.
それはどうも。
Well, thanks. Being looked at close up like this and smiled at, it kind of makes me blush. Well, because Joker's so beautiful, it's kind of making a strange mood.
どうしたんだい、ユキ君。
So, what is it?
いえ、なんでも。
Nothing.
どうして今日は俺を誘ってくれたんですか？
Why did you invite me out today?
唐突だね。
That's
ずっ
sudden.
と気になってたから。
Well, I've been wondering.
君のことが好きだからだよ。
Because I like you.
だから、そういう冗談はやめてくださいよ。
Please stop with those kind of jokes.
冗談なんかじゃないって。
It's not a joke.
僕は最初からずっと本気。
I've been serious since the beginning.
そんな、どうして？
But why?
だって君といると楽しいから。
Oh no, Joker is a cute little blushy. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. Anyway, I have fun with you.
はあ、またその答えですか。
Oh, that answer again?
納得できない？
What, you can't accept it?
はい。
Right.
だって別に俺、特別なところなんて何もないんですよ。
Because there's nothing special about me.
ジョーカーさんを楽しませるようなことも言ってないし、可愛い女の子でもないし。
I don't say anything to entertain you, and I'm not a cute girl.
だいたいさっきみたいに何もしなくたってモテるのに、俺のことそんな風に思うなんて。
And you were attractive without doing anything before. Remember, with the girls who were hitting on them. But for you to think that way about me,
やっぱり納得できないですよ。
well, after all, I can't accept it.
なかなか信じてもらえないな。僕ってそんなに信用ない？
So you really don't believe me? Am I that untrustworthy?
そういうわけじゃないですけど。
That's not what I
なんていう
meant.
か、
But
ジョーカーさんのことはまだそんなに知らないっていうか、わからないことだらけだから。
maybe it's just that I don't know you too well yet, or there's a lot of things I don't know.
じゃあさ、とりあえず君が僕に聞きたいと思ってること、全部聞いていいよ。
Well, it sounds like there's things you want to ask me, so why don't you go ahead and ask all of
そ
them?
のつもりでこの店に入ったんだし。
That's why I brought you here.
何もかも包み隠さず答えるから。
I'll answer without hiding anything.
何もかも。
Anything?
うん、
本当に？
Really?
もちろん。
Of course.
それなら、
Well, it's true that I'm wondering about the scar on his back and what's under his eye patch, you and everyone else, right? But I'll ask something a little more innocuous to start. If I ask something so serious all of a sudden, I might ruin his mood. So, what should I ask first? And I think you can ask all of these, so we're just going to go through all of them in turn. So the first question is, why did you form Durac? The second one is, why did you make Chiba guard me? And the last one is, do you think we can win the Bell 1? So these are all kind of, you know, not too personal. So Yuki's going to play it safe here, not get too deep into something that where he might offend Joker or annoy him by asking. So we'll just start with the first one. Why did you make Durac?
なぜデュラックを作ったんですか？
もともとデュラックを作ったきっかけは、エイジが声をかけてきたからなんだよね。
Well, the reason is because Eiji asked me.
園田さんが？ジョーカーさんじゃなくて？
So it was Sonoda and not you?
うん。言い出したのはエイジ。
Yeah, he was the one who had the idea.
前にも話したと思うけど、デュラックは風紀委員と会計が元になってるんだ。
So I told you before, but Durac was originally the disciplinary committee and the treasury.
そうでしたね。
That's right.
1年の頃、風紀委員をやってた僕に、会計だったエイジが声をかけてきたんだ。
So in our first year, I was on the disciplinary committee, and I was approached by Eiji, who was part of the treasury. So you can see they're still in those roles.
今の生徒会ってつまんないと思ってるだろ？
And he said, "Don't you think the current student council is boring?"
だったら 俺たちで潰してトップ取ってみないかってね。
Why don't we try crushing them and taking their place at the top?
それを僕が面白そうだねって乗ったのがデュラックの始まり。
And I thought it sounded fun, so I went along with him and we started Durac. Interesting to note too, so it sounds like the student council and the finance group from the original Gakuen Heaven never came back together as one group, because they originally were together. And then when Saionji came to the school, he couldn't stand Niwa and ended up splitting the treasury. So he was originally part of the student council, but I don't remember exactly when it happened or even what the exact circumstances were, but he broke away from the rest of the student council to do the treasury finance stuff by himself, because he just couldn't deal with Niwa hitting on him all the time and being irresponsible, running away from his work, pushing it off on other people. He just was not having any of that. So it seems like it never changed since then. So it's been a good 7 years since that split, and seems like it's not going to come back together either.
面白そうって、そんな理由だけなんですか?
So you did it just because it was fun? That's the only reason?
僕としては暇つぶしができるなら何だってよかったんだ。
I'm happy doing anything to pass the time.
この学園に入ったのはいいけど退屈だったからさ。
Well, I was glad I came to the school, but I was
きっか
bored.
けはエイジだったけど、その後の組織作りは大体僕が考えた。
So it started with AG, but forming the group after that was my idea.
そもそもエイジは僕が生徒会長になればって意味で言ったみたいなんだけどさ。
Originally, it was more like AG was saying, well, what if you became the student council president?
それよりも
But
別の組織を作って潰し合った方が何倍も面白いと思わないかい?
well, don't you think it's a lot more interesting to form another separate group and try to destroy each other?
いえ、俺
No.
に同意を求められても困るんですけど。
It's a little troubling you asking me to agree with
一応
that,
俺、生徒会長ですから。
because I'm the student council president.
今は仮の生徒会長だけどね。
Well, right now you're just the interim student council president.
ええ、まあ。
Well,
前のエースとの勝負はそれなりに楽しめたし、今は君とこうして楽しめてる。
well, having matches with the previous ace was fun in its own way, and now I get to have fun with
それ
you.
だけでも十分デュラックを作った意味はあったんじゃないかなって思ってるよ。
Just with that, I think there was plenty of meaning in creating Durac.
はあ。
I feel kind of bad that the previous ace got chased out for such a trivial reason. So yeah, the Sonoda and Joker got together and were like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we crushed the student council? Okay, and that's it. That there was no deeper meaning, at least from Joker's side. I mean, we don't know exactly what Sonoda's reason was, what grudge he had with the student council, or maybe he was just bored too, you don't know.
それじゃあ次は。
Well, next, and we can ask about Chiba guarding Yuki.
なぜ俺に護衛なんてつけたんですか?
Why do I need to be guarded?
ハヤトのこと?
You're talking about Hayato?
はい。ジョーカーさんにパートナーをお願いした後、千葉さんが俺の護衛をしてくれるって。
After you became my partner, Chiba said he was protecting me.
あれはどうしてなんですか?
Why did you do that?
君を妨害する奴がいるからだよ。
It's because there's people trying to sabotage you.
妨害?
And remember, back in Tomo's story, it was the same. We got to actually see, and Joker was one of the people who helped point out some of the traps and things that had been set up. But this time, apparently, things are going a little more smoothly, and everything's being dealt with before Yuki even realizes.
確かに腕章は盗まれましたけど、俺を妨害するような人がいるようには思えないんですけど。
It's true that my armband was stolen, but I don't think there's anyone trying to sabotage me.
一回戦の時だって怪しい人や邪魔するような人がいる気配もなかったし。
There was no sign of anyone suspicious or someone trying to hinder me in the first round.
だろうね。
I know.
だって君に気づかれないように処理してたんだから知らなくて当然だよ。
Well, I dealt with it so you wouldn't find out. Of course you didn't know.
え? 処理してたって どういうことですか？
Dealt with? What does that mean?
一回戦の時もその前からも君に対する妨害工作はあったんだよ。
During the first round and even before, there were plans to sabotage you.
どれもいたずらレベルだったけどね。
They were really just at the level of harassment, though.
その程度なら
But
僕や隼人だけでなんとかなるから君には言わなかったんだ。
at that level, Hayato and I can manage it alone, so we didn't tell you.
そうだったんですか。全然気づいてませんでした。
I didn't notice at all.
だから気づかれないようにしてたんだってば。
I told you I did it so you wouldn't notice.
ベルワンをやってる間ずっと君の近くに隼人がいたことも気づいてなかっただろ。
And while you were in the Bell 1, you didn't even notice that Hayato was right beside you.
はい。でも教えてくれてもよかったのに。
Right, but I still wish you told me.
だって下手に話したら君は無駄に不安になっただろう。
But if I told you, it would have caused you unnecessary worry, right?
知らぬが仏ってやつだね。
Ignorance is bliss.
まあ君ならたとえ隼人がついてなくても奇跡的な回避をしてたかもしれないけど。
Well, since it's you, even if Hayato wasn't there, you might have miraculously avoided trouble anyway, which is kind of true. Sometimes. Maybe. But yeah, interesting that this time everything's been kind of going on behind the scenes invisible. Yuki doesn't even have to worry about these troubles coming up because they are just dealt with and neutralized before they even get to him. Now, you gotta wonder what the heck Hayato and Joker have been doing, or how many people have they beaten the crap out of so far, but I don't know. Ignorance is bliss, right?
でも
But
果たして隼人は本当に君を護衛してると思う？
do you think Hayato is really guarding you?
もしかしたら隼人が君のそばにいるのは監視するためかもしれない。
Maybe he's near you to spy on you.
まだ何か気になることでも？
You're still worried about something.
ジョーカーさん、この間幸運のお守りだって俺にベレスタをくれましたよね。
Well, recently you gave me this Baresta as a good luck charm.
でもあの中に変な機械が入ってました。
But inside is some weird device. So this is interesting to note that even though he knows there's something weird about this thing, he's still wearing it. Sonoda pointed this out to him 2 days ago, and he's still wearing it. So he has decided to, at least for now, continue trusting Joker and wear it. As if there wasn't something suspicious about it.
よく気づいたね。
Oh, you realized!
気づいたのは俺じゃなくて園田さんです。
The one who realized it wasn't me, it was Sonoda.
エイジがね。
So, it was Eiji.
はい。
あれはお守りだって言っただろ。
But I told you it was a charm.
でも中に機械が入ってるとは言ってなかったじゃないですか。
You didn't say there was some sort of device inside it, though.
言わなかったよ。
I didn't.
でも
But
あれも含めて幸運のお守りなんだよ。
it's a good luck
もし
charm.
君が離れたところで何かあっても守れるようにっていう保険なんだ。
Including that part. So that is part of the charm. It guarantees that even if you're somewhere far away and something happens to you, you can still be protected.
俺を守るため？
Protected? Well, what he says is logical, but it doesn't feel real, so I can't really accept
納
it.
得いかない？
You can't accept it? Well, it's not like I don't suspect anything, but when I see him smiling like that, he doesn't seem malicious.
いえ。
ならよかった。
それじゃあ次は。
And now our last question is, do you think we can win the Bell 1?
俺はベルワンで本当に勝てると思いますか？
当然でしょう。
Of course.
前にも言っただろう。僕が組んであげるんだから何の問題もないって。
I told you before, since I'm your partner, there won't be any problem.
それに腕章を盗んだ犯人についても目星はついてるからさ。
And anyway, I have my eye on someone as the culprit who stole your armband.
だから君は心配しなくていいよ。
So you don't have to worry.
目星はついてるって一体誰なんですか？
You do? Who is it?
今は秘密。
Right now it's a secret. With a little star.
どうしてですか？
Why?
まだそれを話す段階じゃないからね。
We're not at the level where I'd tell you that yet.
そんな。
でも今回その犯人が君の腕章を盗むって手段を取ったことには僕もムカついてるんだ。
And I'm annoyed that this culprit chose the means of stealing your armband.
せっかく僕が腕章だけは君から奪わずにいたっていうのにさ。
I was going to the trouble of not taking the armband from you. So it sounds like Joker knows exactly who did this.
あんな姑息な手で無理やり君をゲームに引きずり出すなんて許せないね。
And doing something so underhanded as to forcefully drag you out of the game, I won't forgive it. Because remember, he was enjoying playing with Yuki as the new student council president, messing with him, and now that he's not, and there's the risk of the school closing, that's not much of a chance to play around with Yuki anymore. And Yuki was his fun new toy, and now someone has interfered. So Joker is pissed.
だいたい僕以外のやつが勝手にゲームマスターになろうとしたこと自体気に食わないんだ。
And anyway, I can't stomach anyone other than me trying to be the game master here.
だからこのゲーム絶対負ける気はないよ。
So I'm absolutely not going to lose this game.
勝つためなら僕はどんなことだってするからね。
I'll do anything in order to win.
ジョーカーさん。
Anything. His smile right now is a little scary.
それじゃあ次は。
And that ends the questions.
聞きたいのはこれくらいかな。
And that's everything I wanted to ask. And I'm going to stop here because this little part here will launch us into the next scene, which is where we start finding out some very interesting things about Joker. I want to make sure we leave enough time to kind of finish out this little scene in the cafe and then cut to the next area. So again, just a little more build up. We're getting closer to the truth, and next time there should be an interesting revelation. So I hope you enjoyed this build up here, the questions from Yuki, and that you'll come back next time for the big reveal. Thanks for watching.